What is up, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show. Hope everybody is out there having a great week. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you all are able to lock in some profits. It's been a pretty crazy week out there, um, just as normal. The market has a lot of volatility in it in general. So, going to be talking about some of the volatility that I've been seeing personally in the market, and also going to be talking about some of the moves to be made in the market. I think everybody can take advantage of some of the moves being made. I hope everybody is able to get the watch list. I do post it on there, and have been adding, a little bit of more crypto focused information on there as well, because I think cryptos are pretty important for everybody to get into. I think crypto is definitely going to be the future of investing as well as trading. So I think, if you're an early adopter of it now, it'll definitely help you in the future. Which crypto is the best one? I'd say Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. So if you're buying things other than Bitcoin, you still can make quite a bit of money from it. I've seen it, firsthand. So, definitely going to be looking at some other alternative sources to invest in besides just going the penny stock route or the options route. But in this one, I'm going to be talking about penny stocks options as well as a couple of the crypto names. So definitely going to be looking at that, and it's going to be on the watch list as well. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I apologize for the absence on this week on Thursday. I was having technical difficulties for some reason. My Wi-Fi was not working at my house, and also had to reset my router. Apparently, it was a service thing going on. Just in my area, and then also, I tried to do the hotspot thing, but then my service provider was down on there, so it's kind of a double whammy situation. So I apologize for that. But without further ado, I'm here on this one, so let's jump over. I'm going to be going over the previous watch list that I was going to go over on Thursday, and then I'll be talking to some of the new names. All right, so first on here, I want to talk about, go ahead and just do the crypto side first. I want to talk about Hoj. So Hoj has been, going pretty crazy. Had some friends tell me about Hoj. I have not jumped in yet, but I think Hoj definitely is one of the ones that can take off in the future, especially if you just put $20 into this one. I think you'll definitely be profitable in the long run. It's not that expensive. It's not expensive at all. It's like not even a penny. So Hoj is definitely one that I'm looking at. And then also, we're going to look at Cardano. Cardano is another one that I'm looking at, or ADA, if you're looking for the ticker. So ADA, I think ADA is going to be a really good one in the future. Definitely a lot of applications for that one. In my personal opinion, as far as utility is concerned, I like ADA or Cardano a lot better than I like Ethereum, because Ethereum gas prices are just crazy. I wasn't really a big user of Ethereum before I got into NFTs, but getting NFTs, paying that GUI, it's just basically ridiculous in my personal opinion, and it makes it hard to really get into the NFT space because of that. Now there are other ways to mint NFTs. I just chose the path of, I guess, least resistance, the most popular options, but there are different ways. So don't let my experience deter you from getting into NFTs. Just do know you may have to experience some of those GUI fees or gas fees if you do jump into Ethereum. So next on here, we'll talk about BTC. So if you guys have been looking at BTC this weekend or Bitcoin, it has surpassed $60,000. So setting new highs this week. It went all the way up to 60K. So I thought that was pretty cool. Or I think it went to 61K. Um, so I thought that was pretty cool overall. So yeah, 61,499 seems to be the high on here. So BTC definitely hitting all-time highs It says the all-time high is 61,711.87. So that may vary based on the exchange, but it's what CoinGecko is saying. But 61,000 is still a lot. Now people may say, is it too late for me to get into Bitcoin? No, I do not think so. I think Bitcoin is the greatest asset that you can have to basically secure your financial future. So, you know, I do not think it's too late to jump into Bitcoin. Yes, it is pricey, but you can also buy partial Bitcoin. So I don't think there's really an excuse for people to not jump into Bitcoin. So that's why I really didn't get into crypto a long time ago, because I didn't know that you could buy partial crypto. So I just thought, crypto was you had to buy one whole coin, and I was like, oh, it's 10 grand, it's pretty expensive. I can afford to buy one whole crypto. But I mean, if I could go back in time, I would be putting definitely a significant amount of money into Bitcoin back then. But you can always jump in now. I do believe it'll get to crazy amounts in the future. I've heard people talk about $1 million of Bitcoin. I even have a video talking about, my theory for Ethereum and Bitcoin. If you guys want to check that out on the Market Marauders Show channel, but I do talk about my theory for the price target of Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I do believe, it is going to be a crazy, expensive asset to have. And there are a lot of people buying it. So they're, contrary to what people are saying, out there people are like, if you go on like CNBC or something, they're not going to talk about it. Unless it's like somebody going on who I guess has no idea what they're talking about. And then you'll have the like news anchors just like bash that person. But they'll have some people on there who are very knowledgeable, like the CEO of Micro Strategies. He's always very knowledgeable. He talks about it in a very intelligent way. I think he's a very smart investor. And so he'll go on there and debate with them about different things. But they don't really listen to his opinion. And you have people like Peter Schiff, who, is always like Bitcoin has no, intrinsic value. Um, so if something has no intrinsic value, that means it has no intrinsic cap either. So I think that's one argument that people don't look at when they look at Bitcoin. If it has no value, then it has no cap on its value. So what one person says is something that's worth a dollar may be worth $1 million to somebody else. So I think that's one thing that people also are not taking into consideration. It's just like, I guess, for layman's terms, if your whole life you had the ability to walk and then it was taken away from you, you would then value the ability to walk greater than those people who have the ability to walk. So um, you know it's kind of the same situation with Bitcoin and other crypto that I think are out there. They all have their different purposes and utilities, but I think it's like you know Bitcoin being the originator of it, the original one out there. I think it's the best one to have. Now next in line probably Ethereum, but it's kind of debatable. I like some of the new ones that are coming out that I'll probably talk about. Next one on here, I'll talk about. It's going to be Doge or Doge, Dogecoin. So Doge is currently at a nickel, so 5 cents, which is not too bad. This one fluctuates quite a bit, so I think it's still currently on sale at 5 cents. I think realistically this one could pump to a dollar. Um, people are like, "Oh, Doge will never get to a dollar." I think realistically it could. If we see some ridiculous numbers coming out of Ethereum as well as Bitcoin, people are gonna, jump into Doge. I think Elon Musk currently has been silenced. Excuse me, at the current moment. From posting stuff about Doge, but I think Doge definitely still has potential with people on social media outlets pumping Doge. Next one on here, we have ETH for Ethereum. So we're going to talk about Ethereum. Uh, so Ethereum being the number two one on here, just rank wise. But it's at 1,878 at the time of this video. Not too bad overall for price consideration. Definitely be looking at this one. Not its all-time high. Its all-time high is at $2,000, so $2,042. So I think it can reach that yet again. So in my opinion, it's still on sale. So if it's under its all-time high, it's on sale. But if it's going up like Bitcoin at the current moment is still a little pricey, I would say, just because it set its all-time high. I would like to see Bitcoin probably in like the 55 to 54 level. Then I would say it's probably on sale, but at the current price, it's pretty expensive, in my personal opinion. But expensive is relative. If you just want the asset just to have it, it doesn't really matter what price. I do dollar cost averaging, so I just have a set amount that I put in towards, investing in a crypto, which is just a portion of my portfolio. So, it doesn't matter what the price is. I'm just constantly adding and more and more and more, which dollar cost average basically means, as it goes up, I'm buying more and more and more, but I'm buying more even during the dip. So if it dips, you're buying more. If it goes back up, you're still buying. You're just buying, 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 which means, dollar cost average, you'll get to an average, uh, relatively low value if you buy during the dips. But, I don't think really many people are jumping into as crypto as, I originally thought. Just talking to family members and stuff, I really don't think they know much about crypto nor care about crypto. So I think it's the market is still ripe for people who want to jump in. Um, into crypto. I think everyone who jumps in probably in 2020 and 2021. By the end of 2021, I think if you're involved in crypto, you're basically, set to be a very wealthy person by the beginning of 2022. So, I think if you take this 2021, allocate a lot of your resources, and just put some of them aside in crypto, I think you'll be well off in whatever name you decide to choose um, for crypto. I think you'll be well off. Um, Next, the ones that are going to be on new on the watch list, some that have caught my eyes have been so Polka DOT. So Polkadot has been one that's definitely crossed my radar. I've definitely been looking at this one. I think this one is beginning to have a bullish breakout. Its all-time high is on here. It says $42.25, so that's not too bad. It currently is at $37, so not too far from its all-time high, but I think this one definitely has potential to go up. So I'm definitely going to be looking at Polkadot. Next one on here is Polygon, which ticker is Matic. I think this one is going to take off as well. It's only 39 cents. I think I could definitely see this one getting to $2. Now, will it get to $2 in 2021? I'm not exactly sure. Its all-time high on here though is 49 cents. I think it'll definitely blast past 49 cents. And for one of those cheaper ones to look at, I would definitely look at Matic. I think it's going to continue to grow. I really like the you know utility service or utility use of Matic. I think Polygon is very interesting overall, so I'll definitely take a look at this one. I'll probably throw some change at this one over time just to see where it goes, but definitely look at this one. And another one that I do not know if it's on here, it is on here. And another one that I saw actually on TikTok is Safe Moon. So Safe Moon has market cap's not on here, all time high, still really low. So this is a relatively extremely low crypto Safe Moon, but definitely if you're able to jump into Safe Moon, I would say look at Safe Moon. I think this one is poised to jump up significantly. So definitely a lot of buzz around Safe Moon. We'll definitely be looking at this one as time goes on. But that's going to be, my highlight for the week is going to be Safe Moon, Polka Dot, and Polygon. So definitely look at Safe Moon. I'm going to see if there's a way if I can stake Safe Moon somewhere. I'm going to do some more research to see if I can grab some more Safe Moon. Might throw some money at this one as well to see if it can do the same thing as Hoj did. So maybe early to the punch on this one, maybe looking at this one, weeks down the line, a month from now, and be like, wow, first to the punch on Safe Moon because I don't really see many people talking about it, but definitely one of the ones that I'm going to be looking at as time goes on. So next, let's jump into the stocks. So for stocks for the last previous watch list, we have EX or XELA, which is bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50 but above 100. VWAP is right at moving average 10. So overall, bearish on the name. Going to be looking at this one. It was on the previous watch list, but seems to be oscillating between this 412 level down to this 362 level, and I think more oscillation is to come from this one. Ended on a negative note, 9 cents below closed, ended at 384. So definitely going to be taking this one off the radar. I think it's kind of going to be stagnant for quite some time. Next up on the previous watch list is ticker sign SINT, which is bearish. Moving average 10 below 50. VWAP below moving average 10, so bearish on both metrics. Overall, though, going to be looking at this one. Did end 2 cents above close to have a 0.89% increase, so ended at 226 for the week, but still bearish overall. I'm going to be looking at to see if this VWAP can shoot back up. It will have to test this 229 level, so only 3 cents below that, but definitely going to be looking at SINT. Next, we have ticker sign AMPC, which is bearish as well. Moving average 10 is below moving average 50, and it looks like there's some more oscillation on this name as well. So if we see the 720 level to 610, 601 level, seems to be the oscillatory range for here. And they have a marked out for you actually already on here, so that's nice. But that seems to be the way that they oscillate. It will have to test this 712 in order to break through to become bullish. But overall, AMPC was on the previous watch list. CYTH was on the previous watch list as well, and they are bullish. Seem to have a pretty significant bullish run, so hopefully somebody was able to jump in on CYTH and lock in some profits. So this was on the Thursday watch list. So it jumped up, went all the way to $10.23. Ended at 9.89 for the week, and then went up 60 more cents after hours to end at 10.49. Definitely gonna be looking at this one for early morning mover since it's ending the week above its week high. So its week high is 10.23. Ending the week at 10.49, going to be setting a new week high for CYTH. So definitely keep a close eye on Cyclo Therapeutics Incorporated. Even though this VWAP is below moving average 10, it is still bullish overall. Going to be looking to see this VWAP jump back above moving average 10 for that confirmation of the bullish uptrend. Next, we have ticker sign MLSS, which is bullish. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. It's purple and yellow line. VWAP is below. No, VWAP is right at moving average 10. So going to be looking to see if that VWAP can shoot back up. Otherwise, going to be some more oscillatory range again from this 485 level to down to this 440 level. But overall, still bullish on the name. So next on here, with ticker sign ATOS, which is bullish. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. VWAP is above moving average 10. No, VWAP is below moving average 10, so bearish on that metric, but bullish on the moving average 10 metric. Going to be looking to see how this one performs for next week. Don't really know any news coming out from this one. They did have a 0.34% increase towards the end of the week, ending at 292. But they will have to go test this 360 level for next week. So ticker sign ATOS. They always have a lot of volume on this name. So definitely it can move pretty fast. So just bear it in mind. ATOS definitely moves pretty significantly based on volume. Next, we have ticker sign INVO, which is bearish. Moving average 10 is below moving average 50. But overall, going to be looking at this one for some sideways movement. It did end 7 cents above closed and at 530. but they will have to test this 636 level, which they are pretty far below. But overall, still bearish on this name. Next up, we have ticker sign EARS, which is bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50. We can see right here the VWAP is below moving average 10 as well. So bearish on the name in general. Been some sideways trading going on this one. So going to be looking at this one to see if this VWAP can shoot back up. If it can, then potentially a bullish trend will have to begin, but it will have to test this looks like 436 level for next week. Next up, we have ticker sign IDEX, which moving average 10 is above 50 and 100, so it is bullish on that metric. Weekly high is 347. Moving average VWAP is below moving average 10, so we're going to be looking on that one to see how it performs. Going to be looking to see this VWAP shoot up above moving average 10, so hopefully that can happen for next week. Been some oscillatory range from 347 all the way down to this 317 level, so it's been kind of bouncing back and forth between that level. Going to be seeing how this performs. Did end since above, closed to end at 340, but not really too significant of a movement on that one. Next up, we have ticker sign OCGN for Oxygen. Now, Oxygen moves quite a bit. A lot of volume is always behind this name as well. They went all the way up to $10.80 last week, ending at $10 even on the week, and then after hours ending at $9.96. So 4 cents down after close. They are bullish though, moving average 10 above 50 and 100, and VWAP is above moving average 10. But some more oscillation coming from this one without this VWAP shooting up. So this VWAP can shoot back up, which it usually does based on news and updates from the company. Then we could see it have to go and test this $10.80 level. Now, next up for next week's list, we have BA for Boeing. I think Boeing is going to continue to go up. They're starting to rebound, especially people are buying the dip. So it went down significantly during the, I guess, small market correction that we were having, which this was like a 2-week correction, but it's starting to bounce back up. So going to be looking at ticker sign BA for next week for a potential option play. I'll definitely have that on the watch list. Then for the watch list as well, ticker sign NVAX for Novavax. I think it's probably some more information coming from them next week potentially. They shot to 217.21, so that was their high for last week, but then went down. VWAP, kind of stagnant as well, ending at 202.77 to end the week, and then after hours going to 202.50. So 27 cents below its close. Not too bad though. Overall, they are still bullish. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100, and VWAP above moving average 10. So I think they definitely have potential to go up, but definitely expecting some potential news, in my opinion, from them. Next, we have ticker sign EBIX, which has been on a pretty bullish run up for quite some time now. We can see since about the 8th of March, they've been on a bullish run up. I think it'll continue to go. We can see every day the moving average 10, the VWAP goes above moving average 10, then it kind of dips down, then it goes up, then it dips down. But overall, still bullish on the name in general. I'm expecting this VWAP to shoot back up above moving average 10 potentially in the morning. They did end 66 cents below its close, which was 33.17 to end at 32.51. So they will have to test this 33.49 level for next week. But overall, still bullish on the name in general. Next, we have ticker sign MVIS, which is Microvision. Now, Microvision, I think in long term is going to be portfolio wise ridiculously good. Microvision, being the company that I think his name is Michael. I can't remember his last name, but he's the guy who's always on MSNBC talking about, or CNBC talking about. He's investing into Bitcoin and using the company to allocate its assets to buy more and more Bitcoin. I think his company Microvision, I think, is the number 3 or number 2 company that has the most Bitcoin out there. Next to, I think, Grayscale is the number 1 company, and I think the third one is Square, if I'm not mistaken. So Microvision definitely allocating a large amount of Bitcoin, which I think will yield them ridiculously profitable in the future. Just like Tesla, I think Tesla made a very smart strategic move by allowing the acceptance of Bitcoin as a payment. So I think that was a very smart move, done by the board of directors. Contrary to what people think, it was not an Elon Musk move. I think it was a board of directors move. Elon Musk is just the face of the company, but the board of directors definitely votes for all the change and things that happen in the company. So even though Elon Musk getting the credit and a lot of the blame for Bitcoin being allowed as a payment, I do not think that he was the sole proprietor of that change. So the way companies work, their board of directors basically votes on different movements that the company has. The CEO, basically being the face of the company, explains what's going on, the different changes that are made, and being the face of the company, he represents the company as a whole, and his or her ideals and views are expressed throughout the company. So that person represents the company, whether he or she, does those things, um, Elon Musk just being one of those people who is a little more vocal than most CEOs about his feelings. A lot of CEOs are kind of like, standoffish when it comes to, choosing a side on a different thing, unless they kind of built the company, in my opinion, themselves. So Elon Musk definitely being the one who kind of built Tesla. Kind of has a little more say so, a little more wiggle room than the average CEO has. Um, and just like a person like Mark Cuban, owning the Dallas Mavericks, the owner of the team can really have a lot more say so than someone else who is not as high up as him. So uh, MVIS, I think, will continue to grow as time goes on, and I wouldn't doubt to see this be $100 stock in the future. So when will it get to that? I don't know, but I do think Macrovision is a very good one to always look at for options. Next up, we have ticker sign MPTN, which kind of caught my eye. Definitely going to do a little bit more research on this one, but they are bullish. Moving average 10 above 5100. View up above moving average 10. Did have a week high of 260. Ended at 224. When it once it after hour, ended at 225. MPTN, going to keep my eyes on this one. Next up, we have ticker sign JWN for Nordstrom. I think Nordstrom's going to continue to go up. I think their next quarter is going to be fantastic, especially with, Moneyback Joe printing all that money or sending all them checks out. I was in, you know, Cookeville, Tennessee, this weekend. Um, visiting some people, and it was definitely pretty crazy. Everybody was out and about. People were saying, "Hey, I got the stimulus check. I didn't get it," but you could definitely see people were packed out in the stores. All the restaurants were packed. People were basically everywhere. Spending the stimulus, which is the whole purpose of it, is to stimulate the economy. So it was doing what it was, designed to do. Now, some people may, save it, some people may not, but I think its ultimate goal, the reason it was sent out, was to stimulate the economy. So I think people are going to be going to Nordstrom and stuff like that, getting, some more clothes and things of that nature, and will definitely, help this company continue to go back up. So I'm going to be looking at Nordstrom long term. I think their next quarter is going to be pretty good. Definitely going to be able to rebound from their previous quarter. So 41.68 is where it currently is at. I think it's gonna. It was that the week. That was the week high. 41.37 is where it ended. 41.29 is where it ended the week, going down 8 cents below its close. But I think long term Nordstrom is definitely going to be a bullish play. Now, going down to the next one, we have ticker sign ALGS for Aligos Therapeutics. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. View up above moving average 10. Going to be looking at this one as well. Going to do a little bit more research on this one. It just caught my eye volume wise, was pretty high. But going to be looking at this one as well. Next, we have ticker sign FPAY for Flex Shopper. Moon average 10 above 5100. View up below moon average 10. But going to be looking to see how that performs for next week. So now we're jumping into the penny stocks. 335 is the week high, and that's where it ended. So going to be seeing if volume can increase on this one for a continuous bullish up run or uptrend. Next up, we have a vaccine name, so VCNX, Vaccinex, had a week high of 415. Bullish though, moving average 10 above 50 and 100. ending the week at 371. After hours went to 368. So overall bullish on the name though, even though they ended 3 cents below close. But going to be looking to see how this performs. Moving average 10 above 50-100 and view up above moving average 10. Next, we have ticker sign ADTX. Moving average 10 is above 50-100. VWAP has crossed moving average 10, but that's not really alarming to me. It seems to be the trend after hours. VWAP kind of dips down, so hopefully it'll go back up, and then they will test this 336 level. But on the positive note, one thing to mention is that they did have an 18-cent rally to end at 349 for the week, so they will be starting off at a new weekly high of 349. So going to be looking at this one for an early morning mover with this 5.44% increase in after hours. Definitely going to be looking at 349 for that new weekly high. Now, next up, ticker sign SALM, which is bullish, moving average 10 above 50-100. We can see they kind of jumped up from this long oscillatory range that they had here. So they oscillated for quite a bit and then jumped up on the end of the week, hitting 394. Ending at 357, then going up 8 more cents at 365. I think this is a pretty positive note, though. This 365 movement, I do like the fact that they went up this 8 more cents after hours. I'm going to be looking to see how they perform as time goes on. So overall bullish though. Looks like they started to go down a little bit after hours, but they did have a rally after hours. So definitely keep a close eye on ticker sign SALM. Next up, we have ticker sign NNBR, which hit a week high of $8.20. Overall bullish though, moving average 10 above 50-100. View up above moving average 10. Had a significant increase to hit this 820. Ended the week at 782. They went up 17 more cents to end at 799. So overall, still bullish on that name. Definitely going to be looking to see how this performs if they could hit that 820 level. Going to be looking to see this VWAP change as well to increase to go back towards this 820 metric. Next up, we have ticker sign EVC, which is bullish as well. Moving average 10 is above 50-100. VWAP is below moving average 10, but it seems to be the case that they're starting to bounce off. So, hopefully it'll go back above. Going to be keeping a close eye on them, though. Had a 13-cent increase after hours and at 419 from a 406 close. So there is momentum surrounding this EVC name. Next up, we have ticker sign NVFY, which looks like they're beginning to curl back upwards. Moving average 10 is above 5100. VWAP is above moving average 10, so they will have to go and test this 749 level for next week. Overall, ending at 494, and then closing 16 cents below to at 478. So a downward trend beginning for this one, a 3.24% decrease after hours, but going to be looking to see if they can turn that around to then go and test this 749 level. Lastly, on here we have ticker sign PROG, which is bullish. Moving average 10 is above 5100, and it's starting to set up a very nice upward trend. They closed the week at 848, 487, if I can say that correctly, $4.87. Then ended at 484. And then went up 11 cents after hours to end at 485. So they're going to be starting a new week high for next week. Next price target I'm going to be looking at for this one is going to be around the $5.30 range. So going to be looking to see if this can continue its upward trend, which it has been for quite some while now. I'm going to be looking to see that 530 though for next week. That's going to be my price target for this one. So 595 is where it ended. I think 530 is not too crazy of a statement to say it can reach that by the end of next week. So good luck to everybody out there trading. Hopefully everybody's able to jump into some crypto. If there are websites you're looking to get into crypto, I suggest Coinbase. Coinbase is definitely a good one. BlockFi, I think, is another good one. There's some other ones out there, but those are the two that I use. Now they may not support all the cryptos out there, so make sure you go look to see what cryptos are supported by those different exchanges. Because we talk about a lot of different ones on here, and a lot of them accept a lot of different ones. So make sure you go, do your due diligence when looking into crypto. But I think crypto is definitely the future of trading, as well as their utility purposes, smart contracts, NFTs, things of that nature. All of these are emerging topics that mainstream media may not be talking about. But if there's something that interests you, I would say do your due diligence on it. There are a great amount of resources on the internet. That's how I learned how to start trading options, was actually watching YouTube videos. It yielded me very profitable. I was able to pay off all my student loans, just from learning how to trade options on YouTube. So, I mean, it wasn't a course or anything, but definitely YouTube has a lot of great information, for those who are willing to, dig into it. And then, groups like this, definitely help as well. If you want extra information, extra learning, these groups definitely help. If there's anything that I could help point you in the direction for, make sure you ask me on the Patreon page, or drop a comment down below. I'll try to answer it, and point you in the right direction. Because I know for me, I was kind of lost with the whole jumping into the world of crypto, but then also, options, I was kind of lost on that as well. But, if there's something I could try to help you all out with, make sure you just ask, and I'll try to, if not find the answer, point you in the direction of something that can give you a better answer than I can explain. But anyway, good luck to everybody out there trading, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.